Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. And that's our C10. So if you're new here, we've been working on this thing for almost 4 years. Getting this thing every week, one step closer to being done. So this week, what are we doing? We are going to be trying to paint these panels and get them ready to go on the truck. So last week, if you didn't see it, we came and cleared the back parts. We need to flip that over, get those cleared out and those finished. And we also painted the tailgate. So we don't have that many more parts to get through the paint and clear issue or step. And then we need to put stuff together, which is a really, really big step. Now, if you are new, make sure you go back and check it out. We have driven this thing. It's really fun to check out, having us drive around the block. And again, subscribe, like, do what you need to do. Help us out. But what we're going to be doing this week is we are going to get these last two panels, the only two panels we have left, into color. So we have our paint here. We're going to get it mixed up. We're going to get it into the gun, and we're going to lay some coats of paint. Then hopefully it will dry. We only have to wait about an hour before we can clear. I have read up on that. There's two ways to do it with the clear coat that we're using. We can either wait 24 hours to let it dry and let it set, or in about an hour we can clear it. Now the only thing with this is on the other panels that we have here, you have to wait. And you have to wait a few hours to flip it over. So at least with these panels here, this one's different. These two here, we're not going to be clearing and painting the inside of the fender. What I plan to do here is what we did on the underside of the truck, and that is an undercoating. So that'll be cool. We also have to paint around in our gas door. So this is still really cool to me that I have a functional gas door that works. It's not perfectly set up. I would like to tweak it a little bit, but that's okay. That's for way down the road. I'm just excited to have one. So that's ready to go. All these need to be scuffed, and we need to do some work on those. So let's go ahead and we'll start to scuff. All right, so we have everything almost ready to be done and clear. Now, we have a little bit of a run right there, so we're gonna have to come back when that dries and sand out, which it usually takes about 24 to 48 hours to dry. So that's gonna be a next week's issue. But we have everything over here to start putting the bed together. Now, I just resprayed the front panel, which came out all right. I'm okay with it. It is currently drying in its clear coat, which will probably mean that tomorrow or the day after, it'll be ready. So again, a next week's job. But I do have the rear cross member or crossbar that can go in the rear. So I may do that real quick and just get started and prep for wood next week. Now the wood looks absolutely incredible. I am really, really excited about that. So let's go ahead and kind of look at how it's going to get set up next week. Now here is the bed wood all set up, kind of how it needs to go next week. And now we have the little slats that go together. Now, right now, don't worry, they are together. They have a coating or a film on it that's going to protect it. So we're just going to try and get it to set up. There you go. And I did cut myself, so there's a little bit of blood on them right now, but that's only the covering. And they fit pretty well. Just got to get them all set exactly where they're supposed to be. Shouldn't do this now because I'm going to bleed all over the place. But we're going to try and get them set so you can kind of see how they look. Now I did get one extra, it may have seems. Now it looks like I did get one extra piece, not a big deal. I'd rather have one more than one less. So in case that one gets damaged, we can put a new one on. So this is how it's gonna be set up and how it's gonna look. Yes, panels may be a little bit backwards, but that's kind of where everything needs to go. So now what we need to do is get the bed or the fenders and everything prepared for this beautiful wood. Now, there is a film. Like I said, the film peels off. This is going to be a little bit of a pain because all the outside ones had, there we go. You can see on this close one, I got a little of it off, and you can see it's a beautiful chrome. So we're going to lay that back down just to protect it, and we won't take that off until we start bolting it in. So let's hop over to the rear, and we are going to try and set up the back two fenders. Now, like I said, I don't have the front panel that I'm able to put on yet, but I do have the back panel that I can put on. So let's come over here. So I have this panel that's right here. Now this will slide in just like this. Now, it's probably not going to slide in. I'm probably going to need a hammer and try and just hit it a couple times just to get it lined up. But that's about where it will end up. Now, it's going to go way down because all those bolt holes need to line up. But that's going to be our centerpiece in the bed. So I have bolts for it, and let's go ahead and tap that thing in and see if I can get it all set where it needs to be. All right, so the back of the bed is almost all together. The only thing left is the front panel. I do need to do a little touch up on the clear. That's easy enough. I will get more clear tomorrow. I don't feel like taking out the spray gun and doing all that, especially since the spray gun, I'm afraid to take it apart because I don't know if it's going to go back together with the current tip. The new tip should be here by the end of next week, so maybe you'll be able to use that. But we have done a lot of work today. It may not have seemed like a lot. We got a lot of painted. We got a lot scuffed. We have a lot of stuff that we did. We put the bed all together. We got the wood all cleared and looking absolutely fantastic. I love it. I went with a natural grain. I was a little worried about it, but it seems that I have really, really come in clutch, and that looks amazing. Now we just got to figure out how to put it on the truck, which is going to be tough because next week it's supposed to pour, and pour Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and every day from now on. But we have a couple things coming up that we are going to start pushing for. So there is a truck show at my local dealership on August 16th. Today is July 5th. I think I can have everything enough where I can start driving it. Yes, there's some things that we still need to work on. We have to get the alignment set. We have to get it where it can drive more than a mile. I want to drive it a couple miles next week or in the upcoming weeks once I get the bed on and this thing starts looking more like a truck. We have a lot of wiring still left to go, get everything set up. We have a radio to do. But again, it's just a work in progress, and this work in progress is absolutely gorgeous. So let's go ahead, start it, and get it in before it gets nasty. All right, so we have it enough in the garage where we could close the doors. That's good enough, but we can always move things around. We are going to move that bed panel tomorrow. Once it dries, we're going to move a lot of this stuff if I can get it in a little bit further. I was hoping that I could get it in almost all the way, but I got enough where the cab is going to be inside. And the cab is what I worry about because I worry about water. Now, I did get a little water in the taillight from the last time. It still works. We're okay. Not too worried about that. But that is going to be a wrap for this week. I know it doesn't seem like we've been doing a lot, but it's a lot of small tasks that are coming off the project. Now, it is a big deal. So every time we complete one step, we are getting closer. Now, we are running out of days towards C10 Nationals, which scares me a little bit, but at the same time, it doesn't, because I'm ready. I'm excited. We had a lot of fun last year. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. This year, I am a lot farther along this truck actually drives. Last year, we went with doors that weren't painted. We didn't have a seat. All we had was the bench. Didn't have a windshield, which I don't even know if you want to call it a truck. That was at a truck show last year. I didn't have a bed. I didn't bring gas. I didn't bring a battery. This year, we're going to bring a battery. We're going to bring a jump box. We're going to bring everything to get this thing around the track. Because last year, again, it was a blast going around the track. That was incredible. I don't know if this bad boy will do 70, but we're going to damn well try and get this thing around the track, which will be absolutely incredible. Just one thing that I just can't stop thinking about is getting this around the track. It'll be so much fun to get it around the track and get moving down the road. Now, like I said, that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. We've done quite a bit today of work, of painting, of clearing, of doing stuff to get the bed and truck ready for next week's episode and getting it ready for C10 Nationals. Now, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see you guys down there. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys like the videos, and make sure, all in all, you guys drop a comment and tell us how we're doing. But we'll see you guys there, and we'll see you guys next Saturday as we continue working on this road.